Hello you guys, welcome to our lesson today for English Home Language, Term 2, Week 1, Tuesday. First things is we're going to learn some new concept in phonics. We're going to do some handwriting exercises, we're going to do some creative thinking, and we're going to do some reading. Now let's get off to the phonics. In the phonics, I'm going to teach you today about prepositions. Now, what is preposition, or what does prepositions mean? Prepositions are words which describe something in relation to another. That means where something is. Now we're going to have two L's, tough and fluff. Another friend of ours is a little birdie called Luna, and then our last friend is going to be a raccoon called Royko. Okay, now I want you to look very carefully where they are and where the ball or the box or anything else is. This first picture over here, do you see that tough is on top, on the box? The next one is in the box. And this picture, can you tell me what that one is? That one is above the box. Can you tell me where tough is now? He is under the box. Next part. Do you see tough now? Where is he? He is in front of. Now the next part. Where is tough now? That's correct. Tough is behind the box. Next part. Ooh, now fluff. Where is he now? He is between the two boxes. Next part. Do you see there's some arrows pointing around the box? Do you see that he's flapping his wings? So he's flying around the box. Good work. Now, the next one. Do you see? Fluff is in front and tough is way at the back. That means he is far. Here is, do you see that fluff and tough are close to each other? Do you see that tough and fluff can even touch their wings? So now the preposition is they are near. Okay, the next one. Do you see tough is flying? Where is he flying to? Look at the arrows. He's flying up. Now the next part. Do you see the owl, little tough, is falling down? Good work. The next preposition. Do you see fluff and tough are on different sides of the road? We call that opposite. They are on the opposite sides. The next one. Do you see the tough is flying through the box? The next part. Now fluff and tough are standing in a line. Now tough. Look over there where he is. He is first. And then fluff at the back, he is last. Now the last preposition we're going to learn today is this one with little pug. Now he is next to or beside the bed. Okay, let's quickly go through them again. The first one, the next one, fluff is in the box. The next one, tough is above the box. Next one, tough is under the box. Now look carefully where they are. The next one is in front. Then is behind. Next picture, between. The next picture, he's flying around. The next picture, they are very far. Next one, now they are near. Now another word for near is close. You are close to someone. Next part, next preposition is up. Next one, he's falling down. The next part, you see they're on opposite sides of the road. Next one, he's flying through the box. Then in the line, fluff is first and fluff is last. And the last picture, the pug is beside or next to the bed. Okay, now let's see. What do you remember? First picture. Roiko is going to show us a bit, and also Luna and the other ones. Let's see where our friends are standing, and then you tell me where they are. Afterwards, we'll see if you were correct. First one here. Where is he standing? The next picture, where is he standing? Or where is he going? This next picture. And where's Roiko now? Remember to look very carefully where the ball is, because depending on the ball, you can tell me where he is. Where's Little Tough now? Very carefully at the picture before you tell me. And where's Roiko now? The last one in this line. Where are they from each other? Where's Fluff? Where's Tough? They are where? The next one. Luna is going where? Now Luna is flying where? Now Luna is where? And where's Luna from her little home now? And where is Tough flying to? Which way? And which way is Tough falling? Tough is where in the line? Fluff is where in the line? And the last one here, Roiko is where? Okay, now let's see if you got it right. The first one was, Roiko is near the ball. The next preposition was, Roiko is above the ball. Now Roiko is on the ball. Roiko is behind the ball. Tough is between the boxes. Roiko is in the ball. Do you see the little tears there near his feet and his arms and his neck? That's because he's the next one. Roiko is under the ball. Fluff and Tough are on opposite sides of the road. Luna is flying through the clouds. Luna's flying around her home. Luna is far from her home. Luna is far from her home. Luna is in front of her home. Tough is flying up. Tough is falling down. Tough is first. Fluff is last. Side or next to the ball. Now let's get to the next part. Handwriting. From today, we are going to learn some cursive writing. But when we write in our books, we're not going to write cursive writing yet because we do not know all of the cursive letters yet. So in cursive, now look very carefully. When you write it, you start from the left and you go a little bit up and make it a little bit skew. Then you make the round part. Then you go back up and then you go down and start with the ink. From there, you go a little bit skew and up, you come down, and then you go a little bit skew and you repeat the pattern. At the end, you go put a dot on the E's. When you're done, I also want you to make a C wave. You start by going skew up, then go roundabout down, skew up, roundabout down, and it repeats. Now, if you don't have paper at home and you cannot practice in it, then you can also use a stick and write on the ground, in the sand. Otherwise, if you have flour, if your mom has flour and she can let you use it, you can write it in the flour with your finger. You can write it in the flour with your finger. Okay. Now, the next part. Next part, we're going to do some creative thinking and writing. What I want you to do is I want you to make for me 3 or 4 jokes. But before we start with that, what is a joke? Okay, a joke is something you tell which makes other people or children laugh. Now, I'm going to give you an example. then I want you to go and try and write about 4 jokes. If you can't write that much, the least you must write is 2, but I don't want just 1. Okay, remember to make sure about your spelling. Here's an example. Why did a skeleton climb up the tree? Answer, because a dog was after his bones. Now the last piece of today's work, I want to give you some homework. First things first, in the previous lesson, I told you we're going to do spelling words from Monday to Friday. So you still must do your spelling words. Today, I mixed it up and I still want you to practice it. Remember, you cannot practice words by putting them in the same order every time, because then you just memorize where it were and then you don't think about the spelling. So every day, mix them up and try to write them again. The words I want you to write again to practice is the word baby, face, great, display, mermaid, lady, holiday, maid, afraid, and sprain. Now remember, if you have paper, I want you to go and write it 10 times. If you don't have paper and you have a stick and sand at home, you can go practice it in there. If your you are living with has flower, then you can write it in there. Otherwise, say it up, look on the video, and see if you did it correct. The next part of homework, I want you to tell your parent or a sibling or another family member six things about different. For example, your hair, your eyes, your nose, those things. Then I also want you to tell them 5 things about the weather. Now make sure that you describe the things which you talk about. That means you cannot just say, I have hair, the weather is nice. You can't do things like that. I want you to describe it and explain it. I have, for example, I have brown long hair. I have a curly nose. The weather is very hot today because the sun is shining. Things like that. I want you to say longer sentences by describing things. And then the last piece of homework, I want you to go do some reading. Now, I want you to read at least every second day. And I'm going to give you a site where your parents or whoever is watching over you can go that you can read. The place where they must go is storyberries.com. Thank you and enjoy your day, and can't wait to see you guys again.